Hi internet. So excuse the half cosplay sweaty hair look, but I forgot how much I hated the last video I recorded for this. So I'm going to be reviewing Half Bad by Sally Green, because I love this book, especially this cover. I don't think the hardcovers have this cover because no one flips their book around like this and goes, oh my god, look at the sexy cover. I mean, though Half Bad by Sally Green, I read this book a while ago, and by a while ago I mean like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was one of those books that, my story is that I was watching a book haul online and someone just brushed over it. No, it wasn't in book haul, it was a library bookshelf tour, and they brushed over it, and I think it was just before the reviews came out and they didn't say anything about it. I was like, what is that book? I must have this cover art, which was more like this. It was more silvery actually, but whatever. And anyway, I went to Target to do something else, wandered into the book section and saw this. I was like, wait, is that? Yes, it is. I'm getting it. I couldn't even find the synopsis for it. I did find it when I got to work after I brought it. Yeah, so that's how much I wanted this book, and it turned out to be the perfect book for me. So with this book, it is based in like the everyday world, current world that we live in sort of thing, but it is about witches. So in this you have the White Council of Witches, which are in control of everything. They're the good witches, which some people can tell in their eyes and just their behaviour and what they're interested in, so the good side of life. Then you also have the Black Witches, who do not have their own council. They're kind of nomads roaming the place, mainly because they're killed on sight and hunted down. Yeah, this is because most of the Black Witches, if not all the Black Witches, are bad and kill people and murder. Whether they're led to this or not isn't clear in the book, but it is led to believe that it is because of it. In this, we meet Nathan, who is a half-white, half-black witch, and he says one of my favourite lines ever in the book, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Is it because I'm not black enough? I would say more, but it's spoilery. And I'm like, it's not even talking about race, it's talking about witches. I love this book. But yes, so we meet him at first when you're reading the book. It is in a you perspective, so you kind of see how unstable he is, and then it gets into the person, or I think it's first person for the rest of it, which is pretty much a standard rating nowadays. But it was awesome. I loved it. I loved it. You get, at first you get where he currently is, then you get a fair bit of backstory, which a lot of people didn't like how much backstory there was, but seeing as there will be a book after this, and it will probably be a trilogy from what I'm seeing, I'm guessing it will work. It needs that backstory and character development because you really feel for the character. There was one stage in this book that I was reading something and I felt physically sick for him. I stopped reading and I was fine, but I don't even know if it was that terrible. It was just the emotional trauma and things that I was going through. I was like, why? But yeah, so through it, and then it goes on to current day and continues on the day, which is becoming a theme in a lot of books, because on your 17th birthday you get your witch powers. A guardian, usually a mother or a father, or say a grandparent if they're not around, or even an aunt or uncle, would give you a giving ceremony where they give you 3 gifts and then you drink their blood. Creepy. And whisper something into your ear and you're a magician from there and you get your powers. So I loved it. Have I mentioned that I loved it? And I can't wait for Half Wild, which comes out I think next year, spring of 2015, so about March next year I'm gonna say. I don't want to wait that long, I want it fucking now, people. And I hope it's a cover I can get the Australian cover just like this one. I really fell in love with it so much. I do kind of want to get the hardcovers for both as well, but I highly recommend that you pick it up, especially if you are into YA fantasy, and it's good. As I said, if you're not so into character development, because there is that little bit that I guess stalls, I didn't feel like it did because it's only little bits, it's not like it goes on, but some people didn't like that. Yeah, I loved it. I especially loved towards the end. There was one stage I was like, no, I don't want this to happen in the storyline, which wasn't a bad thing. It's probably a good thing, but I didn't want it to happen. It's my review on it, non-spoilery. I'm gonna go record spoilers now, and that will probably be out Sunday or Thursday, depending on how I'm gonna do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm weird like that. I think I'm gonna do like spoiler Saturday or book talk Saturday, spoiler Saturday. Yeah. I hope you guys are having a lovely week. I'll see you next time I decide to make a video, and I have a lot of books to review and read. Okay, bye.